This is one type of compost system. I set it up here a few years ago for an experiment, but the result didn't go very well, so I ended up leaving it as it was. But it's a waste to just leave it like this. So today, I'm going to check what's inside and bring this compost back to life. Hi, I'm Tommy from Beggy-PaPa's garden. Before we look inside, let's clear the grass around it and make the area nice and tidy. The reason I set up this compost here is because this is an underground type compost bin. It's half buried in the ground. The big advantage is that worms can come in through the small holes on the side and the bottom of the container, turning it into a natural worm compost. A while ago, I made a simple compost bin by drilling holes in the bottom of the container and placing it directly on the ground. That one collected a huge number of worms, so I thought, if I bury the whole container in the soil, maybe I can attract worms even faster. That's where this idea started. But the result was a failure. The soil in this area is heavily clay and doesn't drain well. So water collected inside the bin and everything inside rotted. I didn't see a single worm, and I gave up on the project. So that's the story behind this compost. Now let's go ahead and open the lid. It's a bit scary, isn't it? Here's what it looks like inside. It's actually drier than I expected. Nothing seems rotten, and there's no strange smell at all. That's surprising. I can see some kind of bug in here, but it's definitely not a worm. Anyway, let's take everything out and have a closer look. There isn't much material, but it actually looks like it might still be usable. So I spread it out on the tray, and as you can see, there's no rot or spoilage. Everything I added before, vegetable scraps, fruit peels, coffee grounds, seems to have decomposed nicely. Now the question is, did it break down even without worms? Or did the worms leave after everything was already broken down? What do you think? In the end, this compost actually did a pretty good job. It just took a bit too long. And because the soil here is heavily clay, the whole bin gets waterlogged when it rains. So it's not the best place to keep using it. So I'm going to continue this project in the different spot with a different container. This container is the one I made before, and it works really well. All the compost inside was used up when I planted my seedlings, so it's empty now. Perfect for starting again. This container has holes on the sides and the bottom. They let moisture, air, and worms move in and out. And this is where I'm going to set it up. Last time the bin was buried almost completely underground. But this time, I'll bury only about 1/3 of it. That should help prevent it from getting soaked when it rains. The ground here is also clay and quite hard, so I'll add some softer soil to fill the gaps and help the container sit snugly. Now I'll place the container in, backfill around it, and pack it firmly. If everything goes well, worms will come in through the holes and help break down the compost. Alright, let's put everything in. There isn't much, actually a lot less than I expected. For now, I'll add the kitchen scraps I have. And normally I'd like to bury them in the soil, but since I don't have enough compost yet, I'll cover it with this wet brown paper. This helps keep the moisture in and prevents insects from gathering. Then I'll put the lid on, and it's done. From here on, I'll keep adding food scraps regularly, but I won't put in meat, fish, or dairy products. I'm recording this in a bit of a rush. It's been 5 days since then. It rained heavily last night, so I'm worried about what's happening inside. The paper is dry, so it looks like the waterproofing worked well. It'd be great if my worms showed up, but it looks like the worms haven't come yet. Still, it looks good. Let's keep an eye on it for a while. Let's close the lid tightly so possums doesn't get into it. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any suggestion or advice, please let me know in comments below. I'm going to share my new experience, my challenges, and my mistakes. If you'd support me, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And see you at the next video. Bye.